Picture this. You're sitting in your car, engine idling, staring at your phone. It's 2 a.m. She hasn't replied to your last message. You scroll up, reading the conversation for the 100th time, searching for the moment it all went wrong. You remember the first night you met her, how she looked at you like you were the only man in the room, how her laughter made you feel alive, how her touch sent electricity through your veins. You remember thinking, this is it. This is what I've been waiting for. She was intoxicating, unpredictable. She made you feel things you hadn't felt in years, maybe ever. You told yourself she was different, special, the kind of woman you only meet once in a lifetime. But now, as you sit in the darkness, you realize something's off. The woman who once made you feel like a king now makes you feel like a beggar. You're chasing her attention, her affection, her approval. You're apologizing for things you didn't do just to keep the peace. You're walking on eggshells, afraid to say the wrong thing, afraid to lose her. You start to see the cracks, the mood swings, the manipulation, the way she flirts with other men in front of you, then accuses you of being insecure, the way she disappears for days, then comes back as if nothing happened, the way she makes you doubt yourself, question your sanity, lose your sense of self. You realize the woman you fell for isn't real. She's an illusion, a mask, and the reality is far more painful than you ever imagined. Here's the truth, brother. The reason you keep ending up here isn't just bad luck. It's not just her. It's something deeper. Something hardwired into your very biology, your psychology, your soul. What I'm about to tell you isn't just theory. It's a biological imperative, programmed into your DNA over thousands of years. Every man is drawn to excitement, to novelty, to the unpredictable. It's the same instinct that drove our ancestors to hunt, to explore, to conquer. In the wild, the most dangerous prey was often the most rewarding. Your brain is hardwired to seek out the thrill, even when it comes in the form of a woman who is chaos incarnate. There's a reason the bad girl archetype exists. Evolutionary psychology calls it the attraction to the dark triad: narcissism, Machiavellianism, psychopathy. These traits, in small doses, signal power, confidence, and the ability to break the rules. In the ancient world, these were survival traits. Today, they're emotional landmines. Your brain chemistry betrays you. Dopamine, the neurotransmitter of desire, spikes when you're around unpredictability. The highs are higher, the lows are lower. You become addicted to the roller coaster, chasing the next hit, the next rush. And if you grew up with chaos, if your childhood was marked by inconsistency, emotional distance, or drama, your attachment system is programmed to seek out what's familiar. You're not just attracted to toxic women. You're addicted to the pattern. Let's get clinical for a moment. The human brain is a reward-seeking machine. When you experience something new, exciting, or dangerous, your brain releases dopamine. It's the same chemical that gets released when you gamble, take drugs, or win a competition. It's a rush, a high, and toxic women are masters at creating that high. But here's the catch. The same unpredictability that makes them exciting also makes them dangerous. The same traits that draw you in are the ones that will destroy you. This isn't weakness. It's biology. But biology is not destiny. You meet a woman who's a little wild, a little reckless. She breaks the rules, lives in the moment, and you feel alive around her. Your friends warn you, but you ignore them. You're convinced you can handle her. You're convinced you're different. You find yourself drawn to women who are emotionally unavailable. They give you just enough to keep you hooked. but never enough to feel secure. You chase their approval, their affection, their love, always just out of reach. You're bored by women who are stable, kind, supportive. You tell yourself they're too nice, too boring, not exciting enough. You crave the drama, the unpredictability, the chaos. Let's break down the mechanism, the emotional machinery that keeps you trapped. First, there's trauma bonding. It's a psychological mechanism where intermittent reward, affection, attention, validation, creates a powerful attachment. Your brain releases dopamine when she's loving, and cortisol when she's cold. The cycle of reward and punishment becomes a drug. You crave her approval, even as she destroys your peace. Second, there's repetition compulsion. Freud called it the drive to repeat. If you grew up with a mother who was emotionally unavailable, or a father who was unpredictable, your subconscious seeks to recreate that dynamic. You're not just dating her. You're trying to heal the wounds of your past. Third, there's the self-esteem trap. Toxic women are masters at making you feel special, then worthless. You become addicted to the chase, to the hope that you can win her over, fix her, save her. It's a battle for value, and you're losing ground with every skirmish. Neurologically, your brain is on fire. Dopamine, cortisol, oxytocin, they're all in play. The unpredictability keeps you hooked. The stress becomes familiar. The pain becomes proof that you care. Let's get specific. She gives you just enough affection to keep you invested, then pulls away. You find yourself working harder and harder for her approval, even as she becomes more distant. She criticizes you, belittles you, makes you feel small, but then, out of nowhere, she'll praise you, tell you how much she needs you, how special you are. The contrast is addictive. She creates drama, fights, jealousy, chaos, then blames you for it. You start to believe it's your fault. You start to believe you're the problem. Another brother, James, fell for a woman who was always the life of the party. She made him feel like a king, but only when it suited her. She'd flirt with his friends, then accuse him of being jealous. She'd cry, beg for forgiveness, then do it all over again. James started drinking more, stopped going to the gym, stopped caring about anything but her. You're not weak, my friend. You're just caught in a mechanism older than civilization itself. You want to know the warning signs? Here they are, absolute, undeniable. 1. Love bombing. She showers you with affection, gifts, and attention in the beginning. It feels like a dream, but it's a setup. The higher you climb, the further you'll fall. 2. Boundary testing. She pushes your limits, shows up late, flirts with other men, makes jokes at your expense. When you protest, she laughs it off or turns it back on you. 3. Inconsistent communication. One day she's all over you, the next she's cold and distant. You find yourself checking your phone, waiting for her to text, analyzing every word. 4. Gaslighting. She makes you doubt your reality. You're too sensitive. You're imagining things. You start to question your own sanity. 5. Emotional manipulation. She uses guilt, shame, or the silent treatment to control you. You apologize just to end the tension, even when you've done nothing wrong. But let's go deeper, brother. Let's talk about the subtle signs, the ones you ignore because you want to believe in the fantasy. She never takes responsibility. Every argument, every mistake, every problem is somehow your fault. She's always the victim, and you're always the villain. She isolates you from your friends and family. At first, it's subtle. She wants to spend more time with you, just the two of you. But over time, you realize you've lost touch with the people who care about you. She becomes your whole world, and you become hers, until she decides you're not enough. She's addicted to drama. If things are calm, she'll create chaos. She'll pick fights over nothing, just to feel alive. And you'll find yourself fighting battles you never wanted to fight, just to keep her happy. Let me tell you about a man named Bilal. He was a successful entrepreneur, confident, respected. He met a woman who seemed perfect, beautiful, intelligent, ambitious. But soon, she started criticizing his work, his friends, his family. She'd praise him one day, then tear him down the next. Bilal started doubting himself, second-guessing every decision. He lost his edge, his confidence, his drive. By the time he realized what was happening, he was a shadow of the man he used to be. Or take the story of Arjun. He was in a relationship with a woman who was always the center of attention. She loved being admired, loved being chased. But as soon as Arjun got too close, she'd pull away. She'd flirt with other men, post provocative photos online, make Arjun feel insecure. When he confronted her, she accused him of being controlling. Arjun became obsessed with winning her back, proving his worth. He lost himself in the process. These aren't isolated incidents, they're patterns, and if you see them, run. Let's talk about the world you live in. The battlefield is rigged against you. Modern society glorifies toxic women. Every movie, every song, every Instagram post tells you that drama is passion, that chaos is love. The crazy ex-girlfriend is a meme, a punchline, a fantasy. You're told to chase the unattainable, to prove your worth by taming the wild. Social media is a weapon. You see the highlight reels, the vacations, the parties, the perfect moments. You compare your reality to their fiction, and you always come up short. The paradox of choice. Endless options, zero satisfaction. And then there's the cultural narrative. Men are supposed to be fixers, saviors, warriors. You're told that if you just try hard enough, love hard enough, sacrifice enough, you can change her. You can win the battle. But the rules have changed. Feminism, shifting gender roles, the collapse of traditional values. Nobody knows what's expected anymore. Masculinity is under attack, and you're left to navigate a minefield with no map. Let's get real, brother. The dating market is a battlefield. Apps like Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge have turned relationships into a numbers game. Women are bombarded with attention, validation, and options. The average woman on a dating app gets more matches in a week than most men get in a year. The result? Entitlement, narcissism, and a sense of infinite possibility. You're competing in a rigged market. The value of genuine connection is lost in a sea of superficiality. The loudest, most dramatic, most toxic personalities rise to the top because they're the most entertaining, the most memorable, the most addictive. And let's not forget the media. Every TV show, every movie, every pop song tells you that love is supposed to be dramatic, chaotic, painful. You're taught to equate suffering with passion, dysfunction with romance. The healthy, stable, supportive woman is boring. At least, that's what you're told. You see couples on social media posting about their crazy fights, their passionate makeups, their wild love stories. You start to believe that real love is supposed to hurt, supposed to be a battle. Your friends encourage you to chase the most attractive, most unattainable women. They tell you that the harder she is to get, the more valuable she must be. You ignore the red flags because you want to win. Let's talk about a man named Usman. He grew up watching movies where the hero always gets the girl after a dramatic chase. He believed that love was supposed to be a struggle, a conquest. When he met a woman who was emotionally unavailable, he saw it as a challenge. He spent years trying to win her over, believing that if he just tried hard enough, she'd finally love him. He lost himself in the process. Or consider the story of Daniel. He was surrounded by friends who glorified toxic relationships. They bragged about their wild fights, their jealous girlfriends, their dramatic breakups. Daniel thought this was normal, even desirable. He ignored the warning signs, convinced that real love was supposed to be intense, chaotic, all-consuming. The system is broken, brother, but blaming the world won't save you. Every man reaches his breaking point. Maybe it's after the 100th argument, the 1,000th apology, the millionth time you wake up feeling empty. You lose yourself. You stop recognizing the man in the mirror. Your confidence is gone. Your energy is drained. Your purpose is lost. You're a shell, haunted by what could have been, tormented by what is. The emotional destruction is absolute. Anxiety, depression, insomnia. You can't focus at work, can't connect with friends, can't find joy in anything. You're trapped in a war you can't win. Let me tell you about a man named Hassan. He was in a relationship with a woman who was emotionally volatile. One day she'd tell him he was the love of her life. The next, she'd threaten to leave him. Hassan became obsessed with keeping her happy, walking on eggshells, sacrificing his own needs. He stopped seeing his friends, stopped pursuing his hobbies, stopped caring about anything but her. In the end, she left him for another man. Hassan was devastated, broken, lost, alone. Or consider the story of David. He was married to a woman who was never satisfied. No matter what he did, it was never enough. She criticized him, belittled him, made him feel worthless. David started drinking, stopped taking care of himself, stopped believing in himself. He lost his job, his friends, his sense of purpose. By the time he realized what was happening, it was too late. You start to isolate yourself. You stop seeing your friends, stop pursuing your hobbies, stop caring about anything but her. Your world shrinks until she's the only thing that matters. You become obsessed with making her happy, with fixing the relationship, with proving your worth. You sacrifice your own needs, your own happiness, your own identity. You start to believe that you're the problem, that you're not good enough, that you'll never be enough. Your self-esteem is shattered, your confidence destroyed. This is the inevitable collapse, the point of no return. The battlefield is littered with the bodies of men who thought they could survive the war. Here's the bitter truth, brother, the hardest pill to swallow. You are the common denominator. Every woman you date, every relationship you enter, every heartbreak you endure, it all points back to you. Your attraction isn't random, it's programmed. Your type is your trauma. The women you chase are mirrors of your wounds. You're not a victim of fate. You're a participant in your own destruction. It's easy to blame toxic women, to call them narcissists, manipulators, monsters. But the real enemy is within. Your choices, your patterns, your refusal to face the truth. There's no cavalry coming. No one is going to save you. The only way out is through. Let's get philosophical for a moment. Every man is at war with himself. The battle isn't just for love. It's for identity, for meaning, for self-respect. You chase toxic women because you're trying to heal something inside you. You're trying to prove your worth, to rewrite your story, to conquer your demons. But here's the reality. No woman can heal you. No relationship can save you. The only way to break the cycle is to face your own darkness, to confront your own wounds, to take responsibility for your own life. You keep repeating the same patterns, dating the same type of woman, ending up in the same place. You tell yourself it'll be different this time, but it never is. You avoid looking inward, avoid facing your own pain. Avoid taking responsibility for your own happiness. You blame the world, blame women, blame fate. Let me tell you about a man named Imran. He was trapped in a cycle of toxic relationships for years. Every woman he dated was a variation of the same theme: beautiful, exciting, destructive. Imran hit rock bottom after his last breakup, but instead of chasing another woman, he turned inward. He started therapy, joined a men's group, focused on his career and his health. Over time, he rebuilt his confidence, his purpose, his sense of self. When he finally met a healthy, supportive woman, he was ready. He knew what he wanted, what he deserved, what he would and wouldn't tolerate. Imran broke the cycle, and so can you. Growth is pain, healing is war, but the alternative is annihilation. So what's the solution? How do you break the cycle? How do you win the war? It starts with awakening. The moment you see the pattern, you have a choice. You can keep fighting the same battles, or you can walk away. Step 1. Radical self-honesty. Look in the mirror and ask yourself the hard questions. Why am I attracted to chaos? What am I trying to prove? What am I running from? Journal your thoughts. Write down your patterns. Seek therapy if you need it. Find a mentor, a coach, a brother who's been through the fire and come out stronger. Step 2. Build your purpose. A man without purpose is a man adrift. Find your mission. Build your career, your body, your mind. Pursue your passions, your goals, your dreams. Make your life so full, so rich, so meaningful that no woman can ever become your whole world. Step 3. Set boundaries. Learn to say no. Enforce your standards. Refuse to tolerate disrespect, manipulation, or chaos. The world will test you. Stand firm. Remember, boundaries aren't walls, they're filters. They keep the wrong people out and let the right people in. Step 4. Cultivate stoicism. Master your emotions. Don't let the highs seduce you or the lows destroy you. Practice mindfulness, meditation, breath work. Learn to observe your thoughts without being controlled by them. Resilience is forged in fire. Step 5. Build your tribe. Surround yourself with men who get it. Brothers who've been through the war and lived to tell the tale. Iron sharpens iron. Share your struggles, your victories, your lessons. Hold each other accountable. Celebrate each other's growth. Step 6. Redefine attraction. Seek women who are healthy, stable, supportive. Excitement fades. Character endures. Look for women who respect you, who challenge you, who inspire you to be better. Don't settle for less. Step 7. Heal your wounds. Do the inner work. Reparent your inner child. Forgive yourself for the past. Show yourself the compassion you never received. Remember, healing isn't linear. Some days will be harder than others, but every step forward is a victory. Step 8. Embrace solitude. Solitude is not your enemy. Learn to be content alone. The man who needs nothing is the man who attracts everything. Use your alone time to grow, to reflect, to recharge. Become the man you were meant to be. Let me tell you about a man named Zayn. He was always chasing the next high, the next beautiful disaster. But after his last toxic breakup, he decided to do things differently. He took a year off from dating, focused on his career, his health, his friendships. He learned to enjoy his own company, to find fulfillment within himself. When he finally started dating again, he chose women who were kind, stable, supportive. Zayn broke the cycle, and so can you. This is the ongoing journey. There are no shortcuts, no easy answers, but there is freedom on the other side. Brother, you are not alone. Every man fights this battle, but only a few emerge victorious. Choose to be one of them. The war is over when you decide it is.